Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing fairly well. I've been super busy, you guys. I think about y'all every day. I'm just wiped out. By the end of the day, I'm thinking I need to do a video. And I love you guys. And like I said, I get all your I read all your comments. I see them coming through on my phone and everything, and I'm just like wiped out. And I'm like, I just can't do another reading. So I'm putting y'all off. I'm sorry. And now we got a hurricane coming. And y'all know I live in Texas. So I live right outside of San Antonio. It's about 15 miles from San Antonio. But I don't think the storm will hit us. We're not even going to get any rain from it. Unfortunately, we could use the rain, but I'm glad it's not coming to shore, like closer to us in Corpus or something like that. We're real close to Corpus Christi. Do you guys Anybody that's in that storm path, anybody that's over there in that area, we have family that live right on the coast. We have cousins that live in Seabrook, Texas. Now, Galveston's been evacuated. Seabrook is under not a mandatory, just, you know, if you want to leave, a voluntary, that's what it is. It's a voluntary evacuation. So they're saying, if you want to leave, go ahead. But they're saying the storm surge is going to be so devastating that you better get the hell out of Dodge. So you guys, if you know anybody that lives in that area, you need to tell them to leave, just leave. And, I tried to channel this hurricane and get some information from my spirit guides, and this is what I'm getting. It is a beast. I mean, I'm getting the picture of a beast. It's a huge dragon. You know what I mean? Like a big dragon. It is ferocious. I keep getting that ferocious. And they're telling me this is no time for lessons. It's no time to learn a lesson. You don't want to learn this kind of lesson. So you do not stay in that storm's path. They tell you to leave, you better leave. Even if they say, you can stay if you want to, you better go. You know what I mean? Make that decision to leave. So we've asked our cousins to come here. We told them to just come here and stay with us. So we're expecting them to come. So I've got a little getting ready for my guests to do, make sure we have our groceries and make sure the room's cleaned and vacuumed and all. It should be. Nobody goes in there, right? So it should be clean. But, you have to go dust it and all because it's been shut up. So I got to go get the guest room ready. And I'm a little, I don't know, psycho about cleaning, so I might have to strip the beds and wash the sheets. That's just the way it goes. I told my husband, they better come because I'm gonna wash the sheets and I'm gonna do all that, and they better come here. So our cousin is a dentist in Clear Lake, so over there in Clear Lake, and that's where they'll have it won't be as bad because I think they're going to be west of the hurricane, so on the other side, which will be worse. The Louisiana side will be the worst of it. The Texas side won't get it as bad. But I'm seeing, I've been doing readings all day, y'all, so I haven't been able to watch much. I haven't watched any weather. As a matter of fact, my husband keeps giving me updates. But I'm seeing, my guides are showing me people are boarding up everything, and then they're making their food before they leave. Like they're packing sandwiches and stuff. So I don't know. People are still worried about, COVID situation and everything. So they're bringing the food with them. People are leaving. They are leaving. And it's coming in tonight. Let's see what else. Oh, and I'm seeing, of course, the ones that are affected, the people of lower income, the lower income neighborhoods, they're always the ones affected more by everything that happens. COVID, hurricanes, everything. It's just terrible. It's horrible. So I see that, that hurricane. I know where the cone is. They've got a cone where it's going to come in, but they say it can wobble and it can go in every direction. And what I'm getting is I'm getting that Beaumont's going to be really, really affected by this. So I think they're going to get a lot of flooding and damage, and it's going to get it's going to be affected a lot. Now, of course, Lake Charles is going to get affected because it's coming in right there. And even if it wobbles one way or the other, they're still going to get it no matter what. And they say the flooding is going to be absolutely horrendous. Unsurvivable storm surge is what I heard. You know, I walked out there and filled up my cup with some water, and I heard that unsurvivable storm surge. So you guys don't play around with this. Get out of the path of the hurricane, move it, go. Okay. Oh, did y'all see DeJoy testifying? Did you see the hearing? I watched it. I watched as much as I could, and then I had a lot of readings to do. So I record everything, you know. So it's really good to record it, because when the Republicans are over there patting him on the back and telling him what a great job he's doing dismantling all the machines, you can just fast forward it. So that's what I did. I fast forwarded through all those darn Republicans that were butt kissing him. I was appalled at the way that he behaved. I really was. You could tell he was sick of being there. He really was. And he lied and he lied and he lied. I'm telling y'all, he is lying through his teeth. And it's like, I told y'all the lie. Why don't you believe it? You know? And they're going to come back and they will get him. They are going to get him. I'm telling you. He doesn't know the fire that he's messing around with. He really doesn't get it. You know, he's being naive, stupid, whatever, that he thinks he can sit there and lie and they're not going to come back and get him, you know. And they basically told him all, you know, one of them told him, you know, how many of Trump's little supporters have gone to jail now? You know, they went through the list and told him, you want to be the next one? And I could tell, you know, he was getting like, and then that Ocasio, she tore him to shreds as sweet as possible. I mean, she was nice and sweet. She put on the prettiest, beautiful smile, and she said, all your emails, we're going to need to see them. Okay. And he's like, well, I don't know. I'll have to get with my counsel on that. She said, any email that was made under the United States Postal Service as part of the government, and you don't have any right to keep it from us, basically. She said, and she looked at the chairwoman and she said, we may, you know, we'll have to get ready to subpoena him just in case, you know, if he doesn't come forth with it, we're going to have to subpoena him. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, and by the way, we need a ramp in my location at my post office. Could you see about that? And she said it so sweet and nicely. So she cut him and then she smiled real nice at the end. I've been trying to get a ramp at my post office. Do you think you could find out? He didn't even know how much a damn postal stamp for, I mean, he knew a postage stamp was 55 cents, but he didn't know, you know, what, like for a Christmas card or, I don't know. There was a bunch of stuff he didn't know. They were asking him all kinds of questions. I don't really know a lot about the stamps. I don't know. How much does it cost for, you know, this and that? You don't know. You don't know. Just for a postcard. How much did it cost for a postcard? He couldn't answer. He didn't. I don't know. He should have known. He should have known they were going to ask him that. He should have had something in front of him. That would be a simple question to answer, you know. But I'll tell you how he lied. We know in my post office in San Antonio, our post office, we have had sorting machines removed. It's on the news. This is throughout the country, y'all. Throughout the country, sorting machines have been removed. They just have. And you see, they keep showing us on the news, there's a storage facility with them in there. And I saw something that one of the post offices tried to put it back together, but they removed the barcode reader off so to make sure they couldn't even use it again, even if they wanted to. How shitty, you know? Excuse my language. Isn't that crappy? That's just crappy. Okay, so they ask him, why did you have those machines removed? And he says, no machines have been removed. He goes, there's not any machines have been removed. And I mean, senator after senator, congressperson told him, I have gotten, you know, people from my post office area have told me the machines have been removed. They have come to me. Postal workers have said the machines have been removed. They have been removed. And he's like, well, I didn't order any machines to be removed. So he's going into semantics, you know. And I hate to tell y'all this, but I call that Clinton. Clinton, you're pulling a Clinton, and I love Clinton, but you know, he was real good about skirting around things. You know, it's not a lie unless I'm really lying. But I tell my husband that, don't Clinton me, because if you don't ask the right question, you don't get the right answer. That's what he was doing. So, you know, and then they said, okay, then who authorized the removal of all these machines? And he said, I don't know. Okay, that's a different answer, right? Then there's no machines removed, and now he doesn't know. Okay, so that means he's aware they've been removed and he doesn't know who authorized them. Shouldn't he know that? Isn't that his position to know that? Oh my gosh. I can just imagine how those people questioning him felt. And they said, you know, you need to find that out and get back with us, right? And then at the end, they said, so will you put the machines back? And he goes, no. He's like, I'm sick of answering your questions. And he said it really like, no. And I'm like, oh, but the first question was there was no machines removed, but now you say no, they won't be put back. So that he lied. I mean, he definitely lied. And oh my gosh. So I guarantee you they are going to rip him a new one. They're going to get him, y'all. They're going to get him. I had done a little reading on him before, and it's like he's obstructing justice. He is really doing that. I did this little bitty reading on him, and he's in over his head. He doesn't realize how government works, you know. He's just naive. He is naive. That's all there is to it. It doesn't work like a corporation. You can't lie your way out of things, you know. You took an oath. They're going to nail you. They're going to nail you. And they're going to get him. That's all there is to it. He thinks he's going to get by with it. He really thinks he can get by with it. He's just stupid. He's just naive. Anyway, it just makes me crazy. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is I had to learn a little lesson, so I thought I'd share that with y'all. It wasn't fun. You know, these people that believe in Trump, they are so annoying and they can get under your skin, you know. And you guys know that I have in my family, they're all Republicans, they're all Trumpsters, all of them. Besides my husband and me are Democrats, and my children are all Democrats. I raised Democrats. And my son-in-laws are Democrats. I'd kick them out of the family if they weren't. I am very opinionated when it comes to politics. And I've never, you know, I wasn't like that before, but y'all know he's so horrendous. Trump has done so many horrible things. If there's anybody that's arguing with you about things, there's a documentary on Netflix about immigration, about what they've done to them. They interviewed all these guys in cages, you know, over here in South Texas and McAllen area where I live, close to where I live. It's a horrible thing to watch. I can't even stand to watch it, you know. I couldn't watch it. But if anybody doesn't have a clue, if they don't understand, have them watch that documentary and they'll understand what this man has done. He's done the most horrible things. I mean, horrible things separating families and so much more. Anyway, I can't stand him. We all know that. But on my Facebook, I put up, you know, a lot of pro-Biden stuff and a lot of Trump. So I have, you know, all the people that know me, that are my family. They usually don't say anything too much to me anymore because I just let it be. They kind of just let it be. I already unfriended my sister because of a little squabble we had. But I have a cousin from Maine that I don't really know because I moved from Maine when I was 3 years old, so I don't know her at all. But she likes to always comment on my stuff that I put up about Biden. And she sent me a video about, oh my gosh, this propaganda video about wearing a mask and social distancing, that it's just the government trying to socialize, make us be socialists. You know, they're just preparing us to take away all our rights. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Why are you sending me this video? I just snapped. I mean, I snapped, y'all. I'm like, this is propaganda, BS. I don't know why you're sending this to me. I told her, are you ignorant? And I mean, I went off on her. I really did go off on her. And I told her, you're a effing Trumpster. You know, I got mad. And she told me that Joe Biden's a pedophile. That I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, that's what these people think. Joe Biden's a pedophile? That is the most ridiculous thing to say. I was so mad. And of course, what did she do? She immediately called my mother, which I've told y'all before, my mother hates the F word. So she calls my mother and tells her what I said to her. And my mother calls me up too and says, I heard what you said to Tammy. You know, you used the F word with her. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting called out at this age by my mother. And she made me feel so bad. I felt bad. I was mad. I got mad for like an hour or so. And I talked to my husband about it. And I talked to my children about it. You guys, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it. I should not have let her get under my skin. If somebody sends you some propaganda, don't watch it. Stop reacting. And another thing my daughter told me, which is true, you guys, reacting to Trump just gives him more energy. Whatever you focus on grows, even if it's a negative thing. So energy is energy, no matter positive, negative, whatever, it grows. So if you're focused on the negative energy of Trump and how much you hate him and you want him out of office, the more you focus on him, the more powerful he gets. And, you know, I've told things like this to my daughter before, so she's parroting it back to me. And I needed it. I needed to hear that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. And then I felt really bad. I felt so bad. So I ended up apologizing to my cousin and told her, I'm sorry, I'm under a lot of stress, you know. And there's a lot of things going on in my house here, and I'm sorry I took it out on you. I shouldn't have. So, you know, I actually wrote a bunch of things to her that I deleted, and then I tried to write something that had some semblance of rudeness, but not horrific rudeness, and it still wasn't good. So save yourself the guilty feelings and just don't do it, y'all. Just don't react to these people, these Trumpsters. You know, if you have to unfriend them, unfriend them. I unfriended her too. I did unfriend her because I don't want that to happen again, and I don't need that stress. It's just stressing me out, you know? It's like, how can you not see the light? I want to shake them, you know? So anyway, learn from my lesson. Don't fight with your relatives and then have to go back and say, whoops, you know, even if you're in the right. I'm in the right supporting Joe Biden. I know I am. I'm in the right, you know, saying that Trump is a horrible person. I know I am, but I have no right to call names to another person. So I shouldn't have called her a name, you know, and I shouldn't have been rude about it. So y'all learn from my lesson. I think that's why I learned that. I had to go through that so I could impart it to y'all. Y'all got to remain calm. It's so hard. It's closer to the end, and so much more crap is going to start coming out, you know. There's a new book coming out. I'm going to do a reading on it. I don't really have time to do it right now. I got so much stuff going on and I can't really focus. I'm just rattling. Melania Trump, there's a new book coming out on her. I want to do a reading on that lady in that book. I'm going to settle down and do that. I promise. And what else? And the shooting. I think his name is Jacob Blake, right? And police officer shot him at point blank range. I saw it on CNN. He grabbed hold of his shirt and he shot him in the back. He fired his gun 7 times. I think they said it hit him 5 times. Oh my gosh. They took out, I think, all his colon and intestines, and he's paralyzed, and his kidney is damaged. I mean, he's got horrendous damage and tons of more surgeries ahead of him. And he is paralyzed, but the good news is today they said that may be reversible, that when the swelling goes down, that he'll be able to get his feeling back. So hopefully that nerve wasn't severed, you know. My God, if he gets, you know, if he's able to walk, it's a miracle. It'll be a miracle if he's able to walk. It really is. But prayers work, y'all. So keep your prayers for Jacob Blake. his mother was so wonderful and kind. Did y'all see her on the interview that she did? She's just asking everyone to remain calm and not to, tear up the whole city and riot and do all these things in her son's name and Jacob's name. She said, he don't want that. We don't want that. Not to do that. So, pray for calm, pray for Jacob, pray for the people that are, encountering the hurricane, pray for the people that are being devastated by the fires. There's so many things going on right now, y'all. So instead of focusing on all our energy on Trump and how much we hate Trump, we're going to take all that energy and put it into a loving way and just say prayers for these people that really need our help and need our energy. Trump doesn't need our energy at all. So we're going to really focus on that and say prayers for those people in need that need help, okay? And also, one more thing before we go. I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Did y'all watch the Republican convention? I didn't watch it, but I would turn on the TV. I would turn the channel back and forth to see what was going on, and I turned it on right when his son, Donald Jr., he came on and started to talk, and his eyes were so glassy. I mean, his eyes were so glassy right away. I was like, oh, before I read anything, I told my husband, I said, that man is on drugs. He's on cocaine. He is higher than a kite. I mean, his eyes were glassy. And then his girlfriend, that Kimberly Guilford or something is her name. Oh my God, she screamed the whole time. It was ridiculous. It's like, how were you ever an anchor person on the news? I mean, she just screamed the whole time. It was ridiculous. And I just saw clips of her. I went back and looked at the clips of her because I didn't watch it. But since I heard that she screamed and I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, both of those people, I guarantee you, my guides were like, yeah, yeah, they are definitely on drugs. Those guys, they did a little sniff and got out there. I don't know what, maybe in the car, in the limousine on the way there, they had a couple of sniffs, And like I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all there was going to be an audience there? There was a little audience there because there's no way that Trump couldn't have somebody clapping for him. And they had that audience. The Democrats, they didn't have an audience there. There was nothing. There was like a couple of reporters out there one by one, sparsely. They had a little audience. They just, I don't know. Did you see the little rallies Trump's having and everything? No face coverings or anything. But y'all, when you go outside, please use your mask. No matter if it's, there's not too many people sick in your area or whatever, just keep using your mask. And we got to get rid of this stuff, we got to get past it. We don't want anybody to get sick. I did a reading for somebody this week. She has lost so many members of her family to COVID. It's so sad. I mean, her family is devastated. She's lost her father and she's lost in-laws, and I mean, they've lost like 4 or 5 members of their family. It's very, very sad. So please keep those people that have lost loved ones also in your prayers, and our frontline workers, also all the nurses. And my friend that's a nurse, she's doing much, much better, y'all. She's still dealing with the aftermath of this, but she's doing much better. She has some, lung issues and everything. She got it really bad. She got it hit bad. I don't know how that works, how some people get so sick and other people hardly have any symptoms at all. But she got really sick. But she's doing a lot better. Anyway, thank y'all for your prayers. I appreciate it. We're all doing really well here. My husband's doing good. He's still getting up in the morning and going walking. And I've decided that if I'm awake, I'll walk with him. If I'm not, don't wake me up. Because I'm grumpy when I get woke up. So I wondered when we used to go to work together in the mornings, I didn't really talk too much in the mornings. It's because if somebody woke me up, I was a grump. If I wake up by myself, I'm fine. But if you say, get up, you just screwed up my whole day. I like my sleep. I like it. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for listening to me. I know this wasn't much of a reading, but I really wanted to talk about what's going on in the world and the hurricanes. And I did get, a few things that Spirit wanted me to say. I needed to say them. All right, guys, love y'all so much. Just remember, I've been really busy, but I'm trying to turn my readings around in 24 hours. That's why I've been so busy. So if you need to get a reading with me, just look down below and I'll leave my email and then we'll get together, okay? All right, love you guys. Y'all take care. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Y'all take care.